What's going on, everybody? Eddie Dowd back again with Brian Sachs. I'm a real estate agent. He's a mortgage lender. And we're here today to talk about a topic which doesn't have a whole lot of educational information about. And the topic is mobile homes. Mobile homes, a lot of them are very nice and a lot of them are affordable. And some people, know about them, some people don't. We're here to educate a broader audience. Hopefully, you, if you don't know about it, we're here to educate you about obviously what a mobile home is. Hopefully, you know that, but we can tell you what it is and why it may be a good option for you as a homeowner versus renting, or maybe even versus owning a traditional home. Brian, care to elaborate?
Well, it's funny you say that because I know you have a mobile home listed right now. So let's talk about the pros and cons of mobile homes. What is a mobile home? A mobile home is a home that was manufactured in a warehouse and brought to the, spot and put down. Now, there's two big differences, okay? There are mobile homes that are on a piece of land that you own. Actually, there's three types. There's one type where you own the land and you own the manufactured home, and that is a real estate transaction. And as long as that home is built after, I believe it's 1973, could be 1976, before 1973 or not, I think it's 1973, HUD did not have any oversight over these manufactured homes. And so they're not eligible for financing. If they're after 1976, then, or 1973, I have to look up the exact year, but it's in the mid 70s. If they're after that time, you will find on the home a HUD seal, meaning it was built to certain HUD standards. So that's one transaction. Then you have mobile homes or manufactured housing that are in a park, and the home is there and you pay a lot rent. And sometimes the parks have a pool and other amenities. So you're paying a lot rent and you're paying for your manufactured home. And then there's a third situation, not very common in Maryland, but in other states it's very common, where the owners, it's like a co-op, all the owners own the park and collectively. So, when you're looking at a manufactured home, truly it's the last, in my opinion, the very last place for affordable housing in the United States of America. And you should be able to own the manufactured home, even if you're in a park and you're paying rent to the park, your cost for the home and the park would still be less than what you might pay in rent for a standard house in that area. Mobile homes, manufactured housing, these homes, some of them are gorgeous. They're huge. They're gorgeous. And they have this like stupid stigma attached to them, that it's hookers and crackheads and, all kind of degenerates that live there. Well, there are some parks like that, but there are some parks that are absolutely amazing. They're beautiful. Bush River, great, quiet residential park, community. Peppermint Woods in Middle River, great community. There are lots of beautiful ones and there are lots of terrible ones. Look, the reality is these are mostly hardworking, great Americans that are really keeping their property nice. The park is maintained well, the community is well. So don't go by, these like ridiculous things you see in the movies about trailers. It's not the case. There's a place in Florida, not far from me, Eddie, 10 minutes. And you know how much they're asking for each mobile home?
How much is that?
$1.5 million. Okay. Because it's literally right on the beach. So, again, it's a great value. And if you're just starting out, instead of pissing your money away renting, and you really feel like you might not be able to afford a standard traditional townhome or home in a neighborhood you'd be comfortable with, a manufactured house is a great opportunity. Leave your biases aside and check it out. Don't cost you anything to check it out, right? This home you have listed right now is in a very sort of rural-ish type area, very secluded, nice people, hardworking, and it's a great value. And at the end of the day, you own it and you can resell it and make some money to use to buy your next step. So I think manufactured housing is the last place in America that a normal American can actually start their, generational wealth building and the American dream. I mean, think about it. If you're paying $1,500 a month in rent on a house, I mean, you could own it and at least have something to show for it.
Bigger than what people are paying $1,500 a month for.
Oh
A
my
lot of
God, yeah.
those are,
Oh my
are
God,
big,
yeah.
especially if it's a double wide.
And guess what? There's no one above you, there's no one below you. And you don't have to worry about noises and smelly food and everything else that gets involved. The person upstairs who likes to vacuum at 3 o'clock in the morning or play AC/DC at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, I think it's an opportunity. And if you're interested in exploring manufactured housing, you really ought to call Eddie. And if it is on land, we can get you financing. How they get hold of you, Eddie?
410-588-6536. And we're going to have a lot more of them coming. We've tapped in and got more coming. And Brian knows about that a little bit. But yeah, we'll be back again next week. And maybe we'll talk about this topic at another time as well. Some other things, some other moving parts with it. But if this is something that interests you, let us know and we can explore more into it and talk more.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And we'll see
Reach you, Brian.
Huh?
How do they reach you?
They want to reach you for this, Eddie, not me. They want to reach you.
But they may want to reach you to buy a traditional home. We typically talk about that.
Absolutely. 443-471-8557. Or you can email me bsachs@cmghomeloans.com. Have a great day, everybody.
Awesome. Everybody have a great one, and we will see you next week.